Hey, come on in. Welcome. Belmy Cherry's here once again, coming through with another video for you guys. I have new products from our last TJ Maxx Marshall haul, so I figured what better time, it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, to gather all up these products and put them together and create a look. Hence, that's why we bought them, right? To show you guys, and they're still in good standing. We could still create banging looks, not necessarily from the newest products in the market. We have great products we could spot from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Putting them together, we get a beat face, okay? I'm gonna use, although I'm a creature of habit, I tend to gravitate towards the like a handful of brushes that I have here. I can't go without them. I'm always using them, but I was able to spot this brush set of Morphe Babe Fave face set, brush set, and it has a handful of brushes, enough to create a full face for, we have a buffer brush, powder brush, blush brush, concealer brush, something else, highlighter, contour, and then a few for the eyes. We're gonna use those brushes. They're brand new, they're squeaky clean, so we're gonna use them on the face using whatever products we're gonna be using. Hopefully I don't get to gravitate towards my older brushes, because I like them. I really love using my regular brushes. I have like a particular brush for one thing and one thing only. I don't know, I'm psycho like that. So we're gonna give these a try, okay? To start, we already have the face nicely primed and set, moisturized. I heavily moisturize the face with this Cream Ultra Réparatrice. Oh, why is this in French? Okay, Ultra Repair Cream. This one here to give me a heavy duty moisture, and I prime my face with that one we did grab from TJ Maxx in the past, but not necessarily. Well, this one too. They did have this over there at the stores. I don't think I bought this one though. Why did I use a mattifying primer when I know I'm gonna need help to moisturize the skin, to keep the skin moisture? I don't know, but I reached for this, and that's what we got on the face, along with sunscreen. We packed up a handful of goodies on the face. Eyes is somewhat done. We use the number 4 brow product from Benefits. I did grab me another one. We originally found the number 6, which is soft black, and I was able to find me the brown, which is what we have. I put the black on the tip, the end tip, and then the brown on the mid part, the inner part of the brow. Conceal the perimeter underneath, but then again, we're coming through to do the remaining with you all. I picked up a couple of setting powders from Anastasia. This lighting though. From Anastasia, Beverly Hills, loose setting powder, deep peach and rich orange or something, or deep orange is the other one. Golden orange. I'm not sure about this one. Since I've gotten them, I've been looking at former, like older reviews of these products. They tend to be, well, some of them claim, aka Jackie Aina, mentioned that this is very drying, and she did have experience with it not being the best powder under the eye. Listen, I'm gonna be the judge of this. I'm gonna test it out myself, although others claim to be the best powder in the world. They never claim it to be too drying for them, never claim it to be any deformation under the eye or anything like that. So which one to trust, I don't know. So I'll be the judge of it, and I'll see myself, and hopefully that'll help you guys as well. This powder, I believe, came out 3 years ago. We now have them at TJ Maxx at what, lesser than what it would be at the regular store. These are still out on the regular store. We found this for $13, so save couple of bucks from that. And we also have the bronzer. Hopefully this is dark enough for me, in the shade mahogany. What do I feel like? Just as I'm reading it, I feel like I have this product already. I don't recall, but that's what just ran through my mind. Mahogany we're gonna try that as a bronzer or in all over the face, depends on how it is. And what else do we have? And I've been using off camera the Jaclyn Hill powder, loose setting powder. These are sheer tin and sheer deep. I have sheer deep. I have 2 of them. We're gonna place it over our setting powder. We get this skin-like reflection from these powders like no other powders that I've had. I do have luminous powders, but I don't think they're so like this. Like the luminous one are more like highlight type of thing, but these are so sheer, and it just gives you like a skin like don't look like powder on the skin. I've been really loving this, and I have paired it with the Juvia's Place foundation, which is also a luminous product. So we're gonna mix and match them today, and let me stop rambling and get on to the products. Okay, I would normally want to use some foundation that I grabbed from TJ Maxx at this point, but I'm still stuck on this one here from L'Oreal, and also Juvia's Place. I have been stuck on that as well after I had purchased the L'Oreal. Listen, we cannot make up our mind. Child, I don't know anymore. I'm gonna use from the brush set M439, the buffer brush. Put it in on the brush. When I tell you that number 10 and 10 don't play with my shade. Last time I tried it along with the N9, which was much more red, y'all didn't really get to see the magical effect of this with the matching effect, this powder with the foundation on my skin. But here it is. You can't tell where I put the foundation. I don't know if I'm fooling myself, but I really can't tell where I put the foundation versus where I didn't. And I like that. Okay, so we have that. Soft, comfortable on the skin. Once again, this is M439. We're gonna go ahead and apply our concealer or contour. This also has like a dewy finish to it. Now, which brush should I use? Contour E4 is what it says to use, and it's supposed to be the angle one. Normally I would use that as my blush brush. This one, it's not compact enough for me as a brush. I mean, as a contour brush. I would normally use something like this, more like the buffer brush for my contour. Listen, let's just do things differently for a change, okay? They're the expert. They know what they use their brush. They created the brush for. So we'll just let them have it. I'll use that for my thingy. For concealer, my e.l.f. Camo Hydration or Camo Concealer. Concealer, which brush? I'm going off of the packaging here. Concealer tells me to use which brush. There's a small mini buffer brush. Might as well use it for that. Let's just go in as we need to do so, okay? Let's take care of this one. I mean, it blends it out nicely, but this is best as a blush brush. And we're gonna go with Mimi something something. could be much bigger, like this one. This is what I use. I have no choice, sorry guys. This is what I need for the forehead space. Still goes in between the brows and stuff. Let's go back to Morphe. There's nothing, I can't really compare this brush with my favorite. I'm sorry, I have to go back to this one. Is 117 Petite Define Buffer. This one though, from Zoeva, yo, she don't come to play. She blends things up. I barely have to put much effort into blending. Yo, look at this, big difference. Maybe this would be a better brush over the lid and stuff, but for the face, nah, I don't recommend that one. That's why I'm bouncing back to my Zoeva. Shapes nicely, big enough. It has like this little tapered end here to get in between where it needs to be. I'm in love with that brush. I could pack this brush with me to go any and everywhere, and it'll do basically everything. It's big enough for foundation. It's big enough for concealer and bronzer if I want to use, contour if I want to use it for that. But I keep this solely for my concealer, and I can't do without it. I'm sorry. Let me go on. I have another e.l.f. concealer, and this one is in the shade Deep Olive. Deep Olive I barely use, but today let's just be bold and put her right here because it's like so yellow. I don't know. We're just gonna leave it there like that. A teensy bit of it. Okay, or this brush could be a good brush. Let me wipe the concealer off of it for the nose. Now that I'm thinking of it, really, I've been wanting a brush to do just that for me. That's the brush. You just found the task for you. That's the task I gave you. That's exactly what you're gonna be left to do. Next thing here, we're gonna set the face, but before I do so, we gotta take care of this Deep Olive, and I'm gonna keep it in one spot. Shear it out just a little bit. Again with the foundation brush. Okay, to set the face, we have several products. We're gonna start with the Golden Orange powder from Anastasia. This is a lot of products. I'm sure we all know what it looks like. This is the shade. It might be a teensy bit darker, but we'll give it a try, like I said. And we have this brush here, may just be for powder. This one, and this is M527. Now this is a good powder brush, similar to what I would normally use. Less fluffy though, but similar. Let's start right here. Okay. I don't like this brush for my powder. This is what I would normally use. It's more like a synthetic brush, and it's more condensed, and it's like, it's not poking at my pores. like the other one was. This one packs more product onto the skin and it buffs it into the skin at the same time. Yo, this is much better. Your tool does make a difference, you know. I like this one better. It's thicker, it holds more product, it blends it as it's applying it. That one is like too rough on me. So Zoeva went, oh, actually this is a Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush, which I also have another one from Zoeva, and I use both of them for, like, they're both the same. This should have been a favorite of Morphe, because I love this one just as much as I love the Zoeva. I almost confused them. I thought this was Zoeva. No, the other one is also Zoeva, and this one is from Morphe as well. It applies it much better. So now let's go into the lighter one closer for the under eye, and this one is Deep Peach, much lighter, perfect highlight shade for my skin tone. Yeah, this is it. Ooh. I'm getting a little bit. We're gonna use a brush, and I'm gonna use, I mean, I could use this one, but since this has like a pointy end to it, it'll fit nicely also under the eye. Let me remove any type of creasing. Let me also blend the side of this nose contour. This brush feels like a sponge, but a brush at the same time. You know the condensed feeling you feel when you're applying your powder with a sponge, like it gets right onto the skin? That's exactly what I just felt with this brush. I am not feeling any type of dryness, although it doesn't give me that filter effect like Huda Beauty and all that, but it's not shrinking under my eye either. But this brush though, this brush is something else. It's something else with this brush. EM536. That's a nice brush. I wouldn't use it for contour. It's too small for that. I need something more round, but this is perfect for the under eye, in my opinion. What do you guys think? All right, we're gonna go with Jaclyn Cosmetics, and I'm gonna use the Sheer Tan to lightly dust that on my skin. But before I do so, I forgot the bronzer of this one. So this seems to be dark enough for me. Mahogany is the shade. I'm not even gonna try it with using a more, well, maybe this one, M523. What are you supposed to do, M523? Tapered powder brush. Tapered powder brush. Nah, it's too small. Too small. Maybe Jaclyn Cosmetics, I'll use that with. But let me bounce back to my, I'm gonna bounce back to my BH Cosmetics brush. Not only this one is already shedding, but this is the type of brush I like for my bronzer. Let's dive into it. This have a sheer glowiness to it. It's not the dark bronzers that I like. What is it doing? see it on the skin, but I don't see the color. I see how it just makes my, it does something with, okay, hold on. This product is nothing new. I'm just now shooketh by their appearance, but this ain't the bronzer for me. Perhaps a lighter skin tone, it would look beautiful and doing whatever it does. I feel like it's more of a powder brush, an all over powder type of product for me, not as a bronzer. That ain't it. So this is where we left off. What we're gonna put on now is these sheer product, and y'all see what I'm talking about. I don't even think I'm gonna go fetch for another bronzer. We're just gonna move on to the next thing. This sheer product, we're gonna use this brush with it. It's like, you get a glow, you get a skin-like situation. Y'all see? Do y'all see? The skin-like effect of it. Is it me? It's not the best thing. I'm using Sheer Glow because it's too dark for the under eye. I don't even dare to go with it. This is a shedding piece here. It's good enough for the whole face. It's not sheer enough or light enough for the under eye. So I'm gonna leave that as that. But y'all see it on the forehead. And I'm reconsidering the bronzing part. I feel like I'm a little flat on the face. I need some situation happening. Let me get that. So these babies right here were also grabbed from TJ Maxx or Marshalls, wherever. And this one is a dual bronzer slash blush, and I love that bronzer. It's a little red though. It's a little red, but we see color instantly, and it's so soft on the face. I grabbed this setting powder, mattifying Morphe powder from TJ Maxx. Do I want to use that? I think I can, because I was afraid of the mattifying effect of that powder. It's really not that bad. It's not bad at all. Well prepped skin allowed me to just have the product sitting where it needs to sit, doing what it needs to do. Maybe if I didn't moisturize enough, my under eye would have been crunched up, or maybe if I had applied too much of it. Of course, too much powder equals drying. No matter how soft and whatever the powder may be, it's still gonna dry out because that's a dry product anyway. But it's not doing that under my eye. So where do I stand? Believing the ones that says, ooh, wow, the powder? Yeah, I could say that because I'm liking it. Color is really pretty. And it's nice. It's really nice on me. So sorry, I don't have a problem with this powder. And I'm sure y'all could attest to that. Let me know. Am I over exaggerating? Or is this powder an okay powder? It is in my book an okay powder. It'll do. It's not giving me any dryness or anything under my eye. So this is what I'm gonna leave it as. Let me finalize the face with the blush. We've used this blush already here. Let me bounce back to my blush brush. They go like this, okay? I use the angle brushes for my blushes, not for my contour. All right, so we're done. We're done with that. Let me with the packaging of that palette though. So let's mattify. Something's off with this. It's not giving me even spread. I don't know. I don't know. Something's off with the tip. But and the next product I've been wanting to use with y'all is this baby. I found her. It was left in my car. This is like a makeup fan. Oh, do I feel gorgeous? Do I feel fancy, y'all? Oh yeah. It has like 3 volumes. This is a regular one. Second. And the highest. I can look fancy. Ooh, that's setting stuff though on my face. What do you guys think? Looking good. And I like what I see. I didn't use any highlights, but I haven't been using any highlights lately. And we have this glow. Oh, also from Anastasia Beverly Hills. We have this glow kit, which we did grab weeks back. We can definitely hop on that. And this is the sun dipped palette. We did have another one that was much lighter in the shade Sugar. And but sun dip is nice enough for me. And I'm gonna go into the M510 brush from that same Morphe kit. And I like these 2 shades, believe it or not. I don't care much for that, but we'll see. Let's give the deeper one a try. Y'all see her? What the hell just happened? Oh, it's shedding. I haven't put highlight on in a long time. Look how pretty that is. All right, let's move right ahead on to the lips. We did pick up these new lippies, new to me, new to TJ Maxx and Marshall. Never seen them before. So we got from this Sunny Face. I thought, did I say funny face? It's the color that I really want to use. So going back to the lips, we grabbed these Sunny Face lippies, full fluff matte, a weightless modern matte lipstick. This is in the shade Vacay, and that's what I feel like using right now. Oh, it does look fluffy, like velvety type of matte. This, and it somewhat goes with the lip liner. The lip liner is much more deep. And we have Frolic, which is more purplish. So this is what we're gonna go with. Let's give them a try and see how they feel. Color is really pretty. What looks like it's I don't know how I feel about this quite yet. I love the color though. Love the color. So this is what we got with the face. I have a whole other palette to focus the eye look on, and we've already been doing this video for so long now. It's time to go. This is the full face. Let me get on with the eye on another video. If you care to check that one out, do so as well. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys at the end with the full result. Y'all already know at this point, with this hair flipping to that side, what time it is. We are done with the full face, and this is what we got. For the first time, I doubled up my lashes, and I'm not mad at it. I like the thickness, the fullness of it. We might have some, you know, issue going on with the inner part, but that's past that. But we like the fullness of the outer part, giving us more of a cat eye. And this is the whole face. On the lips, I have Vacay from this sunny face that we used earlier. With this eye look, I'm going to change that. I'm gonna change that. I don't like the lips with the face. Let's put on Frolic. Frolic is more of a mauvish, pinkish situation. I don't even know which lip liner to grab. I'm just grabbing. Let's use the same one from Aeroline. Frolic is better. Okay, this is it. Hope you guys enjoyed this full face using most of the products from our last week's trip, from TJ Maxx and Marshall, from brushes to setting powders and lippies and even lashes. These were from TJ Maxx as well. This is it. I enjoyed doing this look. I enjoyed every bit of it. This palette though, the eye look, do check it out. And the palette was also from TJ Maxx and Marshall, Effortless. This was like an easy peasy boom boom, matte shades and shimmers over it, and I'm loving it. And check out the eye look, like I said, to see which palette was used. And until next time, my love, thank you, and now I'll see you with another one.